unquestioned leader of the Bloodline, the most dominant group in recent memory and in the entire history of WWE.
The Bloodline has all the damn gold!
For nearly 40 years, I have worked for, alongside, and even employed the absolute greatest superstars to ever do it.
Just how dangerous do you want to live?
I've created the Dangerous Alliance, led an extreme revolution with ECW, and managed the most legendary of all champions. And for me, none of that compares to the relationship I've built with the Anoa'i, Fatu, and Maivia families, the triumvirate that composes this dynasty that we know more colloquially as the Bloodline. My time with this family goes back 40 years. I've led them into battle, strategized with them, and have watched their children grow into top-tier superstars who have also created their own impressive legacies. And so it is my great honor to serve as your host for the WWE 2K25 Showcase, featuring a dynasty like no other, the Bloodline.
When you look at this incredible family tree, this is proof that there is only one royal family in professional wrestling, bound by blood.
A blood bond forged between High Chief Peter Maivia and Amatua Anai Anoa'i, the father of Afa and Sika, the Wild Samoans, created a force that has dominated professional wrestling for over 5 decades. An elite collection boasting names like the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika, as well as The Rock, Rikishi, Umaga, Yokozuna, Nia Jax, Jimmy and Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and of course, your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. They've owned championships, filled arenas, packed stadiums, broken box office records, years and decades of dedication to the craft, perfecting their art with each passing generation, ultimately leading us to right here, right now, with the Bloodline having dominated WWE for the last half decade. As your humble wise man, it is my duty to take you through some of the most ferocious battles featuring the greatest warriors in the family. Not everything goes according to plan, and this year we're going to give you a chance to right the historical wrongs and change history to bring more glory to the Bloodline. It's our showcase, after all. Honestly, their only real competition is themselves.
Acknowledge me!
All of this fighting amongst each other, this constant power struggle, I won't let all of that ruin this moment. Because it's not just about Solo Sikoa or Roman Reigns. It's not just about the Usos. It's about every single member of their family that came before them, who built the lineage and who made them into the superstars that they've become today. It's been said elsewhere that wrestling has more than one royal family. That's undeniably true. Also undeniably true is that for all of those other families, there's only one Bloodline dynasty. In a family that specialized in brute force over the years, perhaps no one better personified this than Rodney Anoa'i, nephew to the Wild Samoans, better known to the WWE Universe as the mighty Yokozuna. The family's first world heavyweight champion, Yokozuna arrived to WWE in the fall of 1992. An imposing behemoth, to say the least, Yokozuna would make an immediate statement, winning the 1993 Royal Rumble just a few months after his debut. This victory would grant him a WWE Championship match at WrestleMania 9, where he took on Bret the Hitman Hart. This meteoric rise to the top was only a hint of the dominance Yokozuna would have on WWE for the next year. 2 WWE championships, a WWE Tag Team Championship, victory over the era's titans like Bret Hart, Undertaker, Lex Luger, and Hulk Hogan.
Yokozuna is my middle name. I'm named after my uncle. I carry it with like so much pride and weight on my shoulders just because of like what he's done for this business and like who he is as a person too. It's a cool middle name to have, man. I represent it with the pride, man, that I have. Hopefully, man, I'm making him proud by doing it.
The manner in which Yokozuna melded incredible size with unspeakable agility shocked the WWE Universe, who to that point were used to their monsters hitting hard but moving slow. Yokozuna broke the mold, punishing opponents with super kicks, uranagis, leg drops, and of course, his devastating Banzai drop. A maneuver so effective that once it had connected, nobody kicked out of it. Nobody.
Rodney was a very unique talent. I think the way he was able to handle all the pressure, it was kind of parallel to how he was in the ring. For someone to be so big and to be so nimble, you just don't see that very often. Rodney was one of those first solo guys, singles competitor guys that was able to go out there and really just make waves, make a big splash. I mean, pun intended, I guess. You know, that fool jumped in the pool, he'd knock out all the water, and that's the way it felt sometimes. He would go into those arenas and just suck in all the energy and be able to give it back. So when I look at Rodney, I see someone very similar to me, someone who understands the top, the very, very top of the game, the top position, and everything that goes along with it.
In a career filled with so many highlight reel moments, perhaps nothing stands out more than when Yokozuna faced and defeated the so-called immortal Hulk Hogan at the first King of the Ring event in 1993. Looking to humiliate Hogan after the Hulkster stole Yokozuna's WWE Championship only 2 minutes after Yokozuna defeated Bret Hart for the title months earlier at WrestleMania 9, Yokozuna entered the ring totally focused on the task at hand. And on that night, he not only got revenge, but his victory would send Hogan packing from WWE for nearly 9 years.
Hulk Hogan is finished.
Many felt that Yokozuna had indeed killed Hulkamania. Now, you get to possess the power of the mighty Yokozuna and deal out punishment to Hulk Hogan to walk out of the King of the Ring, a 2-time WWE champion. Showcase the ability and the agility that made Yokozuna a Hall of Fame performer and take Hulkamania down. Banzai.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an event of international magnitude. Photographers from around the world as they are documenting Yokozuna's every move.
Coming down the aisle with Mr. Fuji is the champion from Polynesia Islands, weighing 550 pounds, Yokozuna!
One thing, Corey, he's 550 pounds, bigger than he's ever been.
And I understand Hulk Hogan trimmed down so he can have more speed, more endurance. But I'll tell you something, Hogan's got to take him out early.
This is going to answer a lot of unanswered questions from WrestleMania 9. A lot of pressure on the president of WWE. Listen to this. What a phenomenal ovation for the WWE Champion.
His opponent, coming down the aisle with his manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, from Venice Beach, California, weighing in 302 pounds, the WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
You can feel this facility shake, literally moving. The rafters shaking with the ovation of the WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan thrives on these people. He thrives on the Hulksters, the little Hulksters. This is what keeps this man going.
Hulk Hogan's relying on the fans. He wants to hear them cheer. He wants to draw strength from them. But Yokozuna's focused. He has not taken his eyes off Hulk Hogan. He is ready, believe me.
The Hulkster ready for war, and you can bet, ladies and gentlemen, it will be warfare here.
Well, he's been saying for weeks that he is going to be the first man to slam Yokozuna.
Oh, nobody slams Yokozuna.
Well, we'll see. Hulk Hogan wanted to prove it was not a fluke that he beat Yokozuna. And now, we're going to find out if it was a fluke or not.
The champion thrives in these situations. Pride and heart. Michael Cole. Emanating from King of the Ring 1993 alongside Corey Graves and Byron Saxton, where Yokozuna hopes to regain the WWE Championship he lost in record time to Hulk Hogan.
Both men coming in with so much to prove. Hogan wants to prove his controversial WrestleMania win was no fluke. And he's also promised to finally slam the 550-pound giant right through the ring.
Yokozuna wants to erase the memory of his initial title reign that lasted mere seconds. He knows that a fresh Yokozuna can beat a fresh Hulk Hogan, and tonight is the chance to prove it.
Hulk Hogan, a five-time champion. Now, this is his first title defense.
The Hulkster has spent the last few months in Hollywood due to prior commitments, but you've got to understand that Hulk never expected to be WWE Champion coming out of WrestleMania.
Well, now that Hogan is emerged from his paradise, the gravity of this...
Neither superstar giving an inch here. Yokozuna gets reversed.
Finds some payback with their own reversal.
Oh, and he manages to reverse.
What a shot. Yokozuna laying in with those attacks from his massive...
Michael Cole alongside Byron Saxton and Corey Graves, emanating from King of the Ring 1993. Yokozuna is fuming over his embarrassing WrestleMania loss to Hulk Hogan. Now, Yokozuna has vowed to reclaim the WWE Championship and wipe Hulkamania off the map.
Indeed, the last time these two shared a ring, it was disastrous for Yokozuna. Mr. Fuji issued a challenge to Hogan on behalf of his client. And 22 seconds later, Hogan was the new WWE Champion.
But that night was mired in controversy as Yokozuna had just been to battle with Bret Hart to win the title. This is going to answer a lot of questions from WrestleMania 9. This is Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan, and we're going to find out who's the true champion.
Still so much more action to come after this amazing matchup. Of course, we have the King of the Ring finals later, but before then, there will be an 8-man tag team match with the Steiner Brothers and the Headshrinkers on opposite sides.
You want to talk about unfinished business from WrestleMania? Those two teams went to war back in Vegas, and I expect even more hard hits here tonight.
Hogan showing how much punishment he can withstand before getting his own offense in.
Hogan weathered the storm and wants to create a flurry of his own.
Counter. Saw it coming.
Sharp punch. Lands a body.
Michael Cole alongside Byron Saxton and Corey Graves, emanating from King of the Ring, 1993. Yokozuna is fuming over his embarrassing WrestleMania loss to Hulk Hogan. Now, Yokozuna has vowed to reclaim the WWE Championship and wipe Hulkamania off the map.
Indeed, the last time these two shared a ring, it was disastrous for Yokozuna. Mr. Fuji issued a challenge to Hogan on behalf of his client. And 22 seconds later, Hogan was the new WWE Champion.
But that night was mired in controversy as Yokozuna had just been to battle with Bret Hart to win the title. This is going to answer a lot of questions from WrestleMania 9. This is Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan, and we're going to find out who's the true champion.
This is an event of international magnitude. Byron, photographers from around the world, including a large contingent from Japan, are documenting Yokozuna's every move.
A lot of pressure on the former champion. There is no way Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna can return to Japan and lose face.
And the Hulkster may have some self-imposed pressure. He not only wants to win, he stated that he wants to pick up the 550-pound Yokozuna and slam the Giant's carcass through the ring. And Hulk could be wasting time playing to the crowd.
Hooked up. Nothing fancy there. Spinning Uranagi. Bombastic claims coming out of both camps coming into this one, gentlemen.
Hogan has claimed in interviews that he will slam Yokozuna's carcass straight through the ring so hard that it will cause a worldwide earthquake.
Meanwhile, Yokozuna has kept his comments brief, saying, quote, Hulkamania will die. Hogan, lights out here.
Oh, no, maybe not.
Dying a 2 count there.
It'll take more than that to hold him down.
Dropping the elbow.
Elbow drops to the solar plexus. Oh, my goodness.
Just punishing their opponent.
Measured knee drop.
You can see Mr. Fuji at ringside. He's shown he will do anything to earn his client to win.
Indeed he has, but he might actually rein things in tonight. We saw at WrestleMania that Fuji's interference earned Yokozuna the win against Bret Hart. But when he tried it again against Hogan, it backfired.
And not to mention that this time, Hogan has Jimmy Hart in the... Oh, no. Bear hug applied. This is not good for the Hulkster.
The bear hug cinched in. Gotta find a way out and catch your breath.
Look at this. No quit whatsoever. Raining down elbows and escaping the bear hug.
Yes, press! Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes. And just raking at the eyes in desperation there. Yoko now. Belly-to-belly slam.
That's got to be the end of Hulkamania.
Jimmy Hart trying to rally. And a kick out by Hogan with authority.
Hulk Hogan's not done yet. Hulk Hogan is coming alive.
Yokozuna back to his feet. Big chop to Hogan. And Hogan's starting to hulk up here.
How many times have we seen this over the years?
These massive strikes from Yokozuna having absolutely no effect on Hogan.
Hogan fired up. Hogan's ready to go.
Hogan feeding off the energy of all the Hulkamaniacs.
And here comes Hulk. And Yokozuna being backed up to the ropes. Big boot.
I can't believe Yokozuna's still standing.
Hogan continuing to pour on the offense. A second big boot, but Yoko still on his feet.
Don't let up, Hulkster. Keep swinging, keep firing away.
That boot. Yoko staggering. Stunning, and he's down.
Drop the leg, Hogan. Drop the leg.
Hogan. Leg drop. Here's the cover on Yoko, who kicked out of the leg drop.
What? Get Mr. Fuji out of there. Hogan feeding off the energy. Whoa, wait a minute. What is that photographer doing on the apron?
There's a match going on. What the heck?
What was that?
What in the world just happened here?
Oh, no.
Yokozuna demonstrating his